If you're watching this video, you're looking for probably the best submachine guns that you need in DMZ in 2024. Whether you're a new player or a returning player, this video is exactly what you're looking for, and you can go back at any point in this video and pause and copy any of the settings that you want for the guns. I'm going to walk you through all of my top favorite SMGs that are currently used by me in 2024. All right, let's get right to it. Moving over to my number one SMG, and this is a personal opinion of mine, but I really like it. That's going to be the Lachmann sub. It is the MP5. Here's the build for it. Like I said, you can pause the video at any point. I'm going to walk you through my exact tunings, but we're going to start with the FT mobile stock. This gun also has a 15-minute cooldown, by the way. I just thought I'd mention that. It is a plus 0.77 toward aim idle stability, and then you're going to do a negative 0.52 toward aim down sight speed. That is the FT mobile stock. Moving on to that, we're going to do the Lachmann TCG10 grip. This is the recoil grip. It is a plus 0.15 toward aim idle stability. We're going to do a plus 0.29 toward recoil steadiness. Moving on, we're going to do the 40 round mag. I see a lot of people use the 50. For me, the gun's really, this gun is a mobile gun, which means you can move around really quick. You can jump and just your mobility is going to be really good with this gun. 40 round mag, I really feel like just fits this gun perfectly. The 50 just makes it kind of clunky. Up to you, but obviously you can use the 50 if you want. I use the L38 Falcon barrel, the 226 one. We're going to do a plus 0.21 toward recoil steadiness. We're going to do a negative 0.10 toward aim down sight speed. I also use a laser with mine. I know a lot of people don't like lasers, which is fine. If you don't, I would recommend possibly putting on like hollow points or something, or you can maybe do a muzzle. But I like the laser, and the reason behind using a laser is it helps with your sprint to fire speed, which means when you're running, let's say you see a guy come out of the corner, the time it takes for you to stop sprinting and pull out your weapon is your sprint to fire speed. The laser really helps with that. A negative 0.10 towards sprint to fire. We've got a plus 6.58 toward aim idle stability. I will showcase the gun real quick. This gun is really good inside of 5 meters. So this target is actually 10, but like I said, inside that 5 meter mark, it is really good. It's going to kill super fast. Obviously, there is guns in the game that will beat you. One-shot shotgun. But besides it, this is probably one of the fastest killing guns in the game. And it's super accurate. Highly recommend it. Now, for players that are maybe looking for something that's a little bit more versatile when it comes to range, mobility, and TTK, I would recommend the VEL 46. We'll rock through the attachments on it real quick. We're going to do the same thing with the laser, the VLK LZR. I will tune it to a negative 0.5 towards sprint to fire. We'll do a negative 9.87 toward aim down sight speed. Moving over to the Assault 60 stock, we're going to do a negative 0.39 toward aim down sight speed, a 0.54 toward aim idle stability. Moving on to the ZLR combat grip, we're going to tune it to a plus 0.45 recoil steadiness, and then we're going to do a negative 0.15 towards sprint to fire. We're also going to be rocking the 50 round mag. I see a lot of people use the 60. 60 makes it just too clunky for me. The aim down sight speed hurt is really bad. The reload's really bad. You do gain 10 extra bullets, but I just don't think it's really worth it, man. I really would highly recommend using the 50. The hollow point ammunition is really for people that are like me that have the 15-minute cooldown weapon. If you're a new player, obviously you can purchase a weapon and it has a 15-minute cooldown if you lose it. So if you're rocking that kind of gun, I would recommend the hollow points, and the reason behind this is it takes away the tracers. Tracers might look cool, but they are hard to actually see when shooting in game at your target. So I would recommend doing a 0.20 toward recoil smoothness. We'll do a plus 2.61 toward bullet velocity. If you are a user that is not using a 15-minute cooldown with tracers, you can also still use hollow points, but if not, I'll give you a couple other options. You could do a Tango 228 barrel. Obviously, the tuning would be just dependent on what you want to do. The muzzle, you could do the suppressor if you really care for it. I'm not a big suppressor guy when it comes to SMGs, purely because you're going to be close enough that it just really doesn't matter if it's suppressed. It does have some penalties and it does have some buffs. It's just kind of up to you. You could also rock the Lockshot KT85, which is a really good muzzle. It helps with vertical recoil and horizontal. Another thing you could do is also you could do like the FTAC Ripper 56 if you feel like you're just missing a lot of shots, but that is going to penalize your aim down sight speed. But this is kind of my build. I'll showcase it real quick. This gun's going to be really good in that 5 to 10 meter range. It's not going to beat the Lachmann sub inside 5 meters, but that 10-meter mark, it definitely just has more range than the Lachmann sub for sure. You'll beat it 100% of the time outside of like 8 meters. I think the TTK drop off of the Lachmann sub is 8 meters exactly. But like I said, really good gun, really good fast aim down sight speed and reload with that build I just gave you. Moving on to a gun that I feel like a lot of people probably don't run a lot, and there's a reason behind it. That is the VAS-Nest. And the reason why they don't run the VAS 9K is because bots drop it when you kill them in game. They have this a lot of the time. So what I would recommend is copying this build. Obviously, you cannot do the tunings for it, but you can put this build on in-game at a gun workbench, okay? But if you want to bring it in, I'll give you the build for it. There is a 15-minute cooldown. I also have it. We're going to start off with the OTR. He's at stock. I'm going to tune it to a negative 1.03 toward aim down sight speed. We're going to do a 0.23 toward aim walking speed. We're going to use the True Tack grip. We're going to do a negative 0.19 toward aim down sight speed. And we're going to do a plus 0.10 toward aim idle stability. 45 round mag with that one. The KS1 254 millimeter barrel. We're going to do a 0.10 toward recoil steadiness. And we're going to do a negative 0.15 toward aim down sight speed. The Lockshot KT85 is the muzzle I like to use a lot. Is a negative 0.21 toward aim down sight speed, a 0.15 toward recoil control. Obviously, if you want to rock a suppressor, feel free to. Just something I don't usually use a lot. I will showcase this build real quick. Super accurate gun. I would say this gun is going to be also another 5 to 10 meter gun. Inside of 5 meters, the Lachmann sub's still going to kill faster, but 5 meters to 10, VAS-Nest has definitely got the range on it. And obviously, you can use this gun outside of those ranges. I'm just showing you, I think that is probably the perfect range for an SMG of this caliber. Probably, like I said, about 5 to 10. Obviously, if you want to shoot somebody at 15 meters, go for it. It's harder to hit shots. Moving on, we're going to move to a gun that I don't use a ton, but it is very good. That is going to be, you have two choices here. I see a lot of people use the BAS-P. The BAS-P is really good. I have a build for that. I will showcase that. But a gun I think I want to kind of throw in here is the ISO 45. I don't see it a lot. It kills really fast. It is another good gun, probably in that like 5 to maybe even out to close to 15. It definitely has a little bit more range. This also is a suppressed version. I will give you the build for it. We're going to use the X10 RR40 muzzle. We're going to do a negative 0.23 toward aim down sight speed. We're going to be doing a negative 0.06 toward aim idle stability. We're going to use the 45 round drum. We're going to use the A30 stout rear grip. That is going to be a 0.26 toward recoil steadiness and a 0.15 toward aim idle stability. I use I'm not sure if I went over the barrel, but I'll do the barrel quick. The 9-inch PTX trainer is a 0.24 toward recoil steadiness and a 0.05 toward damage range. The sight is definitely personal preference, but I like the Cronin Mini Dot. For whatever reason, I just feel like I get better aim assist with it with a controller. I play with a controller if you're a mouse and key. Obviously, that could be different. So basically, the only thing I tune with this is a negative 2.18 toward far. This is personal preference. Tune this the way you want, and I feel like that's kind of with all the attachments. But you can see right here, this gun kills fast, and it's really good. I would recommend this gun, like I said, I think in the 10 meter range, this gun's going to shred. Definitely really good. I would even debate, I think this gun could be probably better than the Veil at that 10 meter range with TTK wise. Super good gun. Definitely give it a try. Another gun I'm going to run you through, I think a lot of people use, and it has a 15-minute cooldown. That's the BAS-P. I have a couple different builds. I think the build that I've kind of settled on is definitely this one. I'll run the attachments for you real quick. It's going to be the 10.5-inch Bruin Typhoon barrel. We'll do the tunings for it. A 0.10 toward recoil steadiness. We'll do a 0.05 toward damage range. The 9mm hollow points, 0.16 toward damage range, and a negative 4.06 toward recoil steadiness. 50 round drum, the D37 grip will do a 0.39 toward recoil steadiness, a 0.10 toward aim idle stability, and then the Cronin Mini Dot, like I said, that is definitely personal preference, but up to you. Same tunings as the other one pretty much. I go toward the far, 2.18 negative. This gun's really good, has really good damage range again. I like the mobility of this gun pretty much too. It's that 50 round drum that's definitely a killer for me. It just takes a long time to reload. But like I said, inside that 5 to 10 meter range, definitely going to shred. Like I said, it's an SMG, so obviously I see a lot of people try to build it like an AR, and that comes with all these different SMGs. People like to build them a lot like assault rifles when these are submachine guns. Use them like that. They're supposed to be highly mobile. Make sure that you can reload quickly and get in those engagements fast. Really good gun though. I like it a lot. Super accurate too. Moving on, I think that's about all the guns that I want to walk you through but I might give you an extra one real quick. I don't use this a lot, but I will throw this in the video. The ISO 9mm, like I said, don't use the gun a lot, but here is the current build that I use for it. The 50-round drum. We do the FTAP River 56. I do a 0.15 toward recoil stability. We do a 0.14 toward aim idle stability. We do the X10 RR40 muzzle. It is a 0.50 toward recoil smoothness, a negative 0.35 toward aim idle stability. And then we do the 9-inch PTX trainer barrel. I don't have any tunings on this because, like I said, I just don't use this gun a lot, but you definitely want some range for it. I would do probably like a 0.10 and then maybe like a 0.15 toward damage range on this one. And then the Cronin mini dot, like I said before, I'll do the same tunings as always. I would do probably about a 2.18-ish, somewhere in that neighborhood. And like I said, this is the build. I don't use this gun a ton, but it definitely is just kind of an extra build if you guys want to try out. You can see super accurate. It's not that great at range, definitely compared to the other SMGs, but inside of probably about 5-6 meters, it definitely shreds, as you can tell right there. Super accurate, super fast shooting. That is going to be all of the builds for me today for my SMG category. You guys can go check out any of the videos I've done in the past regarding gun builds. I would really appreciate it. Hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next video. I'm out.